Hello, welcome back to our playthrough of Exile 2 Crystal Souls. Last time we did quite a bit of exploring up in the very northern parts of Exile. Specifically, we you know not intentionally found the Empire archives, where we basically learned the location of the Empire teleportal, and so that quest line is now progressed. But I do want to, I think, continue on to finish exploring this area here. We might go do the waterfall ruins as well. But I do have an update on Elka's Tower. So I typed the teleportal code into just a search engine, right? And there was a YouTube video popped up with a description underneath. So it wasn't the video itself, but the description said a pillar west of Solborg's Tower. So I believe that the pillar with the code should be west of Solborg's Tower. So that's very northeast of Exile. So that's kind of a long way from where we are, but that should be, it should give us the code, and then we should be able to progress the quest towards getting the last Christmas soul back. So that's good. It feels good to at least have an idea of where that is. These potions actually give you, or I think they take away experience, is what I read. So we are literally just gonna drop these. We don't need that, and we have a lot of items. I'm actually really curious about this spiel. So we are going to we'll save. We will identify this very briefly just to see what it is, because we're not going to walk all the way back to town to identify stuff just yet. But you had to fight a lot of basilisks to get this, so I assume it's good. And it's not exactly super. I mean, 12.5? I don't think that's better than a. I mean, yeah, obviously it's better than this. Okay, sure. Not really better than a Steel Howard +2. Not even close. Even if this wasn't enchanted, this would still be, I guess, 17.3. Maybe. Where did we get magical chainmail from? This identified? That's kind of cool. We got an unidentified shield. Yeah, so if that's really what it is, definitely not worth doing. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend fighting, all of those basilisks and lizards and drakes just for magical halberd. Definitely not quite worth it, but still, it was good experience. So there's that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just give this to Ferdinand. We'll go ahead and put everything that we want to sell on him to keep us a little bit organized. So we can move this. And guess you don't have anything. Yeah, I'm curious. I think this is identified, but I want to double check. Potion shield. Okay, we need to identify that at some point. And then we have a lot of this stuff. So we have this chainmail. And Mia is just filled up on stuff. Give the energy to Cinnamon. Give just the potions to Cinnamon. Alright. Okay, and I'm just curious, so that is identified. This is Iron Chainmail, okay. So this is pretty good. It's 1 encumbrance, 5 defense with a bonus of 5. It's worth 800. If we compare that to... Okay, that's not exactly the comparison. Like this, for example, 2 less encumbrance, 2 additional bonus, and 2 less defense. That's same values. So that's actually pretty interesting. Basically, one less incumbents, two more bonus compared to a steel chainmail. And yeah, so we could give that to either Storm or Ingraham. Arguably, maybe we give it to Bardo to help with the incumbents, though. Definitely don't need the island chainmail, that's for sure. I think preliminarily, maybe we'll just give it to maybe Storm or Ingraham. Maybe we'll do this for the moment, although you don't have any incumbents issues. I don't think. So yeah, maybe we'll give it to Ingraham. Really should probably give it to Ferdinand and just not use plate armor, but okay, so again, not really a plan other than I just want to finish exploring this section of the map. I don't know what we're gonna find. I think this is kind of the abyss kind of area. Kind of hard to to say since everything was taken control of by the Empire, but this is cool kind of river here, and I'm sure we're gonna find troops to fight soon. Harston, okay, yeah, I have no idea what this is. This was not in the first game, I don't think. I think you can fly across this though. No reason to do that. That's not good. Okay, we use... Might be something behind the waterfalls? Okay, good. They looked at our past and left us alone. Okay, we're just gonna go into the town. We'll stop wasting time. So this is an Empire town. So I imagine they're not gonna be super friendly to outsiders because they basically view us as a bunch of traitors, right? And so, just like most of those, right, you're not really considered trustworthy if you would betray your people, right? I mean, kind of a Benedict Arnold kind of vibe. Although I guess he was, I guess, I don't know if that's exactly the same, but kind of cool. We get to see the river here. Let's go ahead and talk to this wandering person. Meet a man with the flushed look of a recent arrival from the surface world. He looks at you disdainfully. He holds awake and is quite dolly. I'm Packrin. He snorts. I'm tending a crop of your foul mushrooms. That's what I'm doing. They sent me out here to grow crops for the troops. Me, a soldier, tending food fit only for maggots and exiles. Yeah. Hey, listen to this one. What's the difference between a maggot and an exile? He laughs. Want to know the answer? The maggots dig their own holes. He laughs nastily. You refrain from killing them. This is part of the kindness of the abuse the exiles knew the Empire received. Pretty funny, huh? Hilarious, for sure. I guess that's everything, so he's tending mushrooms. Okay, and then actually garbage down here. Okay, not a very big town, it doesn't seem like. Empire storage. We're not being attacked. I assume we can save. Maybe we'll make a new save. Just in case. The storeroom / silos filled with empty sacks and open crates and barrels. Many with the sword and crown symbol of the Empire. Looks like supplies are running a bit thin. So just like with anything, right? They're attacking into all homeland. So we kind of have the home advantage, right? We are used to living in exile, right? We're used to basically a diet that consists of exclusively mushroom-based foods. And, you know, we're used to not seeing the sunlight. So there's a lot of, you know, things to be said for that. You know, we're basically fighting, you know, I guess it's a defensive war, although, you know, we're going to have to reclaim this land at some point, so you would have to go on the offense. But yeah, I think right now it's basically, you know, mostly defense. Suzanne's Sundry's drop. So yeah, I mean, obviously the Empire kind of needed to do this quickly, and it seems like it's been drawn out, and it's kind of costing them. A tired-looking woman with the pale skin of an exile sits behind the counter. As you enter, she moves a pitiful collection of copper coins below the counter. I'm Suzanne. I just reopened shop. I fled the abyss. I don't have much stock left, but you can sell me your goods. Interesting. Okay, awesome. We can sell stuff. This is really good. Yeah, we're just gonna sell this. It feels sad because we went through quite an ordeal to actually obtain this, but yeah, I mean, I just don't really know what to say. We don't need this. We don't need this. Oh, that was okay. I misclicked. Great. Okay. This would be, yeah, there wasn't any secrets. They all, this was, we just lockpicked. Yeah, well, I submit misclick, I mistapped. Maybe is, a better, just description, so. Okay. Let's do this again. Okay, and then we will move on. So I don't think we need that. I'm tired of looking at it. Value of 800, probably should keep that. Not that we will ever do alchemy. Steel chainmail. It's nice to have an extra set around. Honestly, we're not really using the wings, but they take up inventory space, so probably should just not have at least this one. We don't really need it. I do not know what this is. Quick file, okay. Bunch of stuff, and then you don't have anything, right? Sell that. And yeah, why did I just sell stuff when we're maxed out on gold? I don't know, because yeah, I just realized that made no sense. We could have just dropped the stuff on the ground and it would have been the same. I don't know why you max out at 25,000. But you do. Ships contain notebooks filled with Renee's notes on magic, monsters, the flora, and fauna of Exile, and other fascinating things. Although it all seems to be written in some sort of code of her making, not even Mage Lore will help you decipher it. Interesting. Okay, gotta protect your knowledge. A dark-skinned woman sits behind the counter, making notes in the lichen paper notebook. She wears clothes that have been patched and patched again. She smiles. I'm Renee. Welcome. She indicated the crude paper she uses and the rough state of her clothes. Making my way in hard times. It's rough going for a sage in a war. My voice lights up. You're interested? If so, I can identify items for a small fee. So this is actually great. It's a town that has identification and the ability to sell things. This is exactly, I feel like, what every town should have. Now, maybe it doesn't make sense that every town would have a mage that could identify 5 things. I think that's a fair point, but for the convenience of the player, it is really nice. But yeah, I mean, we didn't really find anything too interesting. I don't know if there's a quest related with this place or not. A plaque at the base of this rough statue reads Empress Prizak. Long may she reign. So this is maybe the wife of the previous emperor, or perhaps this is his daughter, which maybe succeeded. I'm not sure. I think it was Limoncelli's fortress. There was a statue of was it an empress or a princess of the empire? I don't remember her name, but it could have been Prazak, perhaps. I'm not sure. That's cool, because, yeah, we really don't know anything about kind of what the Empire was doing, other than Garzard kind of took over control, which makes you wonder why, you know, the Empress didn't take control. You know, I think Garzard's like the court wizard, so he's kind of a shady character. I don't know why they let him just kind of do his own thing, but most of the books on these sparsely filled shelves are fiction, heavily worn. There are also a few scrolls of notes on the wall. Idle observations mainly. Nothing of any military value. You notice many of the scrolls have scimitars drawn in the corners. Right. So of course, we remember from the first game, the scimitar was some sort of secret... it was like a... I mean, it wasn't a terrorist organization. It was like an underground, I don't know, fighting against the system or something. Don't quite remember. You meet a short, very stocky woman with closely cut black hair. She eyes you carefully. The word abrasive doesn't begin to describe her voice. I'm Delaria. Geez, don't feel the need to know or anything. I sit here and write. This stuff to pass the time. Could you be a little bit more nosy? Okay. Her voice quiets down, but only a little bit. Yeah, that's right. I'm part of the resistance. Not much of us left out here, not after what happened to the Abyss. Big ugly mess, that. I don't have much information for you, but I have a little. First, don't go west. The troops will kill you for sport. Second, Pyrox Cave is northeast. Big Empire Fort has a big magic lab doing all sorts of weird things with weird things. Don't know what, we're well guarded though. Third, I know some things about the Northern Islands. Islands to the north. We're remote, but the Empire has a dock to the northeast, past Pyrox Cave. Well guarded, but with some boats. I'm not sure what's on the islands, but the Empire thinks it's really important. Lots of stuff being taken up there. Interesting. Okay, so I guess we should have gone here first, because this would have explained more of what we've already done. Abyss? The Abyss, you knew about it, right? That's where Exile put all its rowdies and malcontents. Not a bad place till the Empire got there. Tore the place right up. She shakes her head sadly. Good people, scattered or dead. Damn the Empire, all I have to say on the matter. See, archives. And Anthron. Okay, so yeah, we already know about the archives. We've already done or I guess it was Pyro's fault, is what she said. So we've already kind of done those things. So yeah, it would have been good to go here first. But I don't think it really helped much to do it this way. There's a thin middle-aged woman behind the counter wearing a heavy leather apron and holding a pair of iron tongs. Sweat pulls down her face. I'm Sharon, but people around here call me Mother. She spits into the forge angrily, then she smiles in a not entirely sincere way. Making weapons for the Empire, and sometimes I do repairs. About the only thing I can do on my own, for my own money, but they are very special repairs that make a non-magical item even better. Just a little spell I learned before the war, but a powerful one. Makes the weapon shoot flames on your command, but only a few times. Let me know if this is something you'd like to buy. Okay, very interesting. So, an iron mace you could do it on. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't do it on an already improved steel halberd. That is unfortunate. So, we got plenty of money, so we'll just buy it because, you know, it doesn't really matter. Flame spill. Uses too. Okay, so this is trash. 700 gold? And you can only use this twice, or maybe it recharges periodically, but yeah, that doesn't seem very good at all. I guess we could try it out, but I don't really either need. I guess mother. Sometimes, and I sometimes look out for people when I said they call me mother. That doesn't mean you can. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought that there was a tome that the Ow. was a mistake that the Abyss used to call us. I thought maybe that would have some special dialogue. Obviously, not the case. Okay. So this is the Empire Post. I wonder if these guys have info. See an Empire soldier looking like he's only asleep on the surface. He looks you up and down appraisingly, as if deciding whether to leave you alone or not. Move along, Exile scum. He spits on your boot. It's not your place to ask, filth. Yes, so obviously very favorable impression. Yeah. And this looks like the commando. Bookshelf is filled with the stacks of blank forms, notes, and supplies that are inevitably found in any Empire office or outpost. Really nothing you want to deal with. Yeah, we don't really want to do paperwork. The man in the armor of the Empire sits at the desk. He has an almost alien appearance to you. He's not deathly pale. He must have come from the surface recently. He looks you up and down arrogantly. The pallor of your skin betrays you as native. I'm Captain Anthony. I'm in charge here. What do you want? Yeah, so what do you think? I own this place, and what's your story? You turncoats? We wouldn't be able to do so well down here if it weren't for you exiles. Everything we don't know, you help us with. All it takes is a little incentive. He pats his sword meaningfully. Still, I don't have any work for you now. I already got 40 adventurers running errands for me, so we better be moving on. Exiles we don't know, they tend to end up accidents. He grins. Well, you know, some exiles who work for us, I show them to the guards, and I say they can be around safe. But the others, like you, well, let's just say if some guard takes a dislike to you, I'm not going to sweat about it. So move on. I hear they need a few of you folks for scout walk at Pyog's Cave. Okay, so 40 adventurers. That's a lot of turncoats. Very interesting. Ready blade, food and dining. Oh, there's a cat. A thin calico cat looks at you. It paws. He rubs up against you, waiting to be petted. Meow. Okay, I guess the pet. Very cool. I love cats. Okay. This guy looks shady. A wretched, pockmarked man sits by the counter, hoisting a mug of strong, foul mushroom ale to his lips again and again. His hands twitch constantly. His voice rasps out of him. I'm Scab. He looks up at you, and his blue eyes focus on you. Then they widen in surprise. Then they fuzz over again. All he says is, "Hello, exiles." His voice goes very low. Exile, you're from there, aren't you? Traveling. You notice his hands aren't twitching. You're from there. What does that mean? Hands aren't twitching. Okay, he's faking it, basically. He's faking it, I think is what it means. Oh, like he's not really drunk. I'm from Vale. Trav. You're a long way from Venati lands. He lifts the mug to his lips, but you can see, now that you're looking, that he isn't drinking. Ah, yes. He mutters a few slurred words loudly and then speaks very softly. You've been there. Your description's got it around. Find Delalia, ask her about the scimitar. Now go. He lifts the mug to his lips and takes a deep swig. Then he starts twitching again. Very cool. So we've already asked her about the scimitar. She basically gave us information on kind of what's been going on in this area. So I think that's all she really had. Like, there's no... I don't think overarching scimitar questline. So I don't think we're gonna miss anything. But, might be something to look into. A bully man with the pallid look of an exile stands by the cattle. He watches you with distaste. I'm Carswyn. This is my inn. Well, working for the Empire must be a tiring walk. There was a constant edge of contempt in his voice. I have rations for you, and a room is 5 gold. His voice is calm and friendly, but his eyes burn with anger. The Empire is a good, safe place for an exile to walk nowadays. Some of them run shops like me, but some of them do, he pauses, other things. He doesn't look inclined to elaborate. So, yeah, I mean, the 40-plus adventurers that are walking against the homeland, right, probably doesn't make this guy very happy. Take a room, for sure. Someone has left in the dressway a thick book of densely written religious writings. Inside the cover is written, left by Gideon. After perusing it for a bit, you replace it. Oh, yeah, this is, I think the Gideons leave Bibles in, like, maybe motel nightstands. Is that the reference, I guess? The Gideons? I assume. Oh no, how do we get past you? There's definitely a way to do it. There we go. Okay. Ooh, we might get trapped though. Let's save the game here, and then we'll see if there's anything here. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, I think this is Harston. Yeah, so there was kind of a scimitar component to this. It gave information about what happened to the Abyss. And we also got info kind of about the surrounding areas. So pretty cool. A new place compared to, you know, kind of the first game.